pop psychology bullshit has gotten way out of hand. It's so fucking obnoxious. It drives me goddamn crazy.
Okay.
Because everybody in the world is getting all of their perspectives right now from these weird pastel colored Instagram infographics where it's like top 10 signs that you're dating a narcissist. And then number 1 is like, he gets mad when you call his mom a slut. And then sign number 2 is like, the neighborhood dogs have gone missing. And then at the bottom, it's like any one of these signs could be, and it's just like it's just, because of it, it's like, there's like, it's either like, oh, he is a remorseless demon of a man, or it's like, he's a little sensitive.
Right. It's like, are your standards way too high or way too low? It's impossible to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because I think they're both. I think that they are designed to, well, if you're scrolling this and not then going, oh my God, am I dating a psychopath? You go, oh my God, am I a psychopath? I think that it's very much that. Because either way, you're going to get upset. And if you get upset, you're going to comment. And if you comment, they're going to make a little money. You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely believe that that's what's going on. And it's driving me up a fucking wall. And the only thing I hate more than pop psychology is a thing that shouldn't exist. And that is pop neurology. Oh, that needs to go away.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, pop psychology... You know, that's just baby psychology.
Right, exactly. Because
all psychology is pop psychology before people decide that it's correct.
Yeah, because the thing about psychology is that it's mushy and kind of woo-woo and a little subjective. I can understand the pop psychology, where that comes from. But the pop neurology, that makes me fucking livid.
Because those are all facts. Like, those are all,
there's numbers.
Right.
People write down numbers for measurable things.
Yeah.
And you do fucking brain scans. And yet people will just be like, actually, my brain doesn't produce any serotonin. So, you can't call me a dork.
And I'm also a mummy. It's like, I'm the living dead.
Every time somebody's like, oh, I don't, well, no, actually, my brain doesn't produce serotonin. I'm always just like, if your fucking brain didn't produce serotonin, you would die of a fever, starvation, and insomnia.
Right.
Like, you would die so immediately.
You would die in ways that we probably even haven't figured out yet.
No, we don't
Who
fully...
knows the extent of what that stuff does.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like serotonin, not totally figured out by doctors yet.
Yeah, very little of it.
And meanwhile, you have the fucking audacity to go around telling me that factually your brain doesn't make it.
You don't got any.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're wrong. And it's the same thing that people do with this fucking like fucking thing where it's like, the prefrontal cortex isn't done growing until you're 25, and then after that you're done. And that makes me so mad, because it tells people that either younger people are all mentally the same as children, or older people are done.
Right.
If you're over 25, you're a boomer, and that's it. You are set in your ways, you're stuck, and you'll never change.
And it does that absolutely feel like the truth? Yeah.
In some ways. But the thing is,
have I progressed since 25? It's unclear. I don't really know.
I'll tell you, that just sounds like fucking somebody looking for bullshit scientific explanation behind the fact that they bitterly look at the world and think people don't change.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that, like, the actual science is, no, your fucking brain does not stop growing at 25. It actually keeps going for a while after that sometimes, and other times it stops way before then. and so it's like, oh, it turns out that you can't actually just like put like a fucking this is when your brain's done. It's done cooking.
Right.
Because it keeps cooking. Yeah. That's the whole point of it, is that it keeps changing. Like the idea that like, oh, your brain gets stuck and that it's never going to change again. It's like the brain is a physical organ. When you have thoughts, it physically changes what it's doing.
Yeah.
When you change your behavior, it physically changes. If your brain just stopped changing, and what you call growth may be subjective in that regard, but the brain, if it didn't stop changing, you'd die of a fever and insomnia and starvation.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, I don't know. It makes me so fucking mad, and I have nothing funny to say. thinking about for years.
I mean, not to go back to this but like the Instagram is making it so much worse.
Yeah.
Every day, at some point, I'm gonna stop talking about like the fucking psyop that is Instagram stories.
Please don't. Like, I feel like it all kind of comes from this weird sort of blurred line between public and private information that's occurred, where it's like that story that you took a screenshot of and showed me earlier.
Yeah, I'm slowly compiling an album of screenshots off my phone of like people who did like either like post divorce or post breakup Instagram stories, and they're just so deranged.
Yeah,
like they're so fucking. It's such like the insane. Like, can I just like read that one? Like the fucking divorce one? Well, there's two. There's like this one. It's a woman and she's like rolling around in bed. And the text is me trying to sleep, but I keep remembering how it felt to hear their heartbeat while laying on their chest. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you sharing this? It's fucking deranged.
So sad. The combination of it being like fun content for your Instagram feed and then being like a very specific explanation, a poetic explanation of heartbreak.
And here's the thing, that one is like I only took the screenshot, but the video, like, she's like very clearly acting. She's like kind of rolling around in bed. She's like trying to get it's like a whole thing. There was this other one that I took that I showed you earlier, where it's just a woman. She's sitting in a fetal position on her couch weeping. And the text is, I promised myself my kids would never grow up in a broken home, and now they will forever pay the price for the choices of their parents. Well, this is not relatable content. Like,
and frankly, even if it were, it couldn't be. Because that woman set up her phone and then got on the couch, put herself in fetal position, and wept.
It's so
for the gram.
Bizarre. It's so deranged.
And it makes me wonder.
And, you know, the fucking thing is, I don't think any of these people are crazy. I think this is just the world they live in. Like,
God, no.
It's
well, because it's so normalized by the fucking Ludovico treatment that is targeted short form content.
Right.
You know, it's like that shit gets pulled out of you. It's like, I need to share my feelings, even though they're not anybody's business. And also, I need to perform them, otherwise they won't get likes.
And I'm gonna like in your head, it's like, oh, this is like relatable content, but it's not. It's so specific. It's like, it's so like I'll read one more. And
I mean, look, divorce is relatable. A lot of people go through divorces, and the idea of like I've failed my children by having to go through a divorce. That's something that people feel. But what people don't feel is feeling that and then putting on a little song and dance about it for the gram.
Yeah,
hopefully. I don't know, man.
And here, okay, and just to like, and I feel like this one also illustrates kind of that idea.
Yeah.
This is the last one, and this one is the most confusing. So the video is just this girl, and she's doing like this kind of happy dance, like just kind of like, oh, haha. Like,
well, that's what I've seen people do that before. They do a fun little dance, and then the text is something like dark and sad because it's supposed to be funny that way.
Right, but I don't know if this one is dark. It's definitely a little dark, but I don't know if it's sad because I don't know what the fuck she's trying to say.
Okay.
The text is celebrating because no matter how bad my life got, at least my husband didn't have to work for my dad for 7 years just to be tricked into marrying my older and slightly uglier sister, just to have to work for my dad for another 7 years for my hand in marriage. I didn't mess any of that up. I want you to tell me what this, because it's so weird. There's so many intensely specific details, but I have no idea what the situation is.
I cannot like, wrap my head around it at all.
There's no way.
Well, the algorithm it prefers controversial content. Right. And so I imagine that stuff that makes you Google WebMD for signs of a stroke, you know, it works you up and it makes you want to comment help.
Right, and also you watch the video loop like 8 times because you're just staring at the text, trying to parse it. Like,
you know,
so
my fucking head just always goes to the same place. If you say something like that, I go, oh, then it was probably on purpose. It was probably a gaming of the algorithm. They probably made it. They probably decided to be totally and completely incomprehensible,
I
so
don't
that
think
people
so,
would
no.
keep looping it.
I think that's too many steps. I think that this person is like that to me reads like a person who is trying to communicate something pretty specific, but isn't a good enough writer to do it. To just like, they had a story that they were trying to tell, but
I like how they're dancing behind it still.
Yeah, they're just, it's like it's very. This is the very. I mean, you can't, but it's just like. It's just like this, like very like, haha, I did it, which is weird because it's like I can't tell if what she's saying is like if you know, haha, I stole my sister's fiance.
Is that
or maybe, or is it like, haha, you know, my sister stole my fiance, but fuck that guy, he had to do all this work for my dad. Like it's so specific and it's so. But it's so hard to figure out what she's saying. I don't know. Like, I just don't know.
And the amount of confidence it takes to post anything while doing a silly little dance.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something personal. And then to have that confidence pay off with that moment when you do that, you do that, you don't, you do.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't believe my husband's sister's husband made my husband my fiance's dad's working for his husband's sister. Fucking.
Will's doing the little dance now.
Oh, God, I gotta delete Instagram again. I had a private Instagram for like
it lasted
a week.
like a week and a half, which I think is a record.
I think it might be, yeah.
Every now and then Will will create a public or not, you know, he'll create his own private Instagram, and it's always just like a countdown to see.
Yeah,
it never stays up long.
It had a profile picture of one of the cars from Pui Pui Mo Car.
Yep.
It was Shiromo. Doing a bank robbery, but that he didn't want to do. It's a very, very sad, sweet story. And then the name on it was Will, and then it said in the bio, please don't add me unless we actually know each other. And I was only adding close friends. And so naturally, you know, when the algorithm started recommending my account to people, and they could tell it was me because it said Will, and also, please don't add me, I'm too famous to be your friend. And also, you know, it was definitely me because Pui Pui Mokar.
Right.
When some crazed fan...
It wasn't like immediately obvious that it was you, but I feel like with some detective work, it could be put together.
If you were like really into following me,
right,
then you could do it.
You know, following you.
Yeah. Following.
Right.
I mean,
you know, from the bushes.
Right, exactly.
Like,
if you were really into following me upstairs to my apartment.
Yeah.
If you're like a big follower with a knife, you might be able to put that together, and then you might be able to put together a fake Instagram profile pretending to be my brother so that I add you.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Like,
it was an extremely elaborate fake brother that clearly took posts from like his personal Instagram or a personal Facebook or something that I should have seen through.
Yeah.
Because he posted this thing that was a picture of him cuddling with my now deceased dog.
Right.
And the caption was, I love my dog. And I thought to myself, that's a strange vibe, but I miss Atticus too. I get it. And I didn't think to myself, oh, the reason why he posted I love my dog and it was a picture of Atticus is because this person doesn't know that Atticus is dead and also doesn't know his name is Atticus.
Right.
So, of course,
yes,
I love my dog.
I love my dog.
But it didn't seem totally out of character from my brother to make an extra Instagram so he can connect more personally with friends and family.
Right.
Like, that didn't seem out of character. And so I just added him. And it took a very brief amount of... And almost immediately, my brother hit me up being like, hey, don't add this account. It's not me. I was like, okay. I'm sorry to bring this upon my family. I know it's because they were looking for me.
Oh, God.
It's so fucked up, dude. People are so fucked. There are truly people who believe, genuinely, that it is a moral good to ascertain that the comings and goings of my regular life are archived and recorded and preserved.
Right.
There are really, truly are people who think that because I am a quote unquote public person, that my life should be a matter of public record, just across the board. And that it's like, well, no, because we're preserving the history of a public person. It's like, dude, I'm not actually fucking famous. You've just heard of me.
Right.
Like Like it's like, and even if I were, that's still fucking crazy as shit, dude. Like I'm not a fucking political leader. I'm not Che Guevara. You don't have to document my life.
Right, you're some guy who writes songs.
Yeah.
Like,
and not even particularly good ones. like it's just like, it's not like you're out of your fucking mind, man. And I think it comes down to, and they'll say things like, well, you know, it needs to be archived for the purposes of preserving you know, history and art. And I'm just like, dude, you don't actually think that. You don't actually believe that. What you believe is that you want to follow me, and now you need to justify it.
You know, this, and here's, I think, this is the difference between you and I, which is that, like, I feel like if I had been in that situation, I would have sent out a private message to my friends and family being like, hey, don't add this guy. They're not really my brother. But then I would maybe just see where it goes.
You hit him up?
Maybe, yeah. Just be like... You know, like think of like some like fake thing that you asked your brother to do, and then be like, "Hey, you know,
like, hey man, did you pick up those envelopes from the post office for me?"
You seed them with false information. You know? You've got to you're tapped in now.
It's time to start building a better brother. just see who I can make this boy into.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, how far are they willing to push this, basically?
And then just create a narrative for what my relationship like is like with my brother. You know, just like start off with like little things, just being like, hey man, I really appreciate what you said to me at the funeral last night. And then have them have to back that up, and then eventually just keep pushing them and pushing them and pushing them with increasingly intimate, like, you're my brother, this is the nature, this is the specific nature of our relationship, and then dick pic.
Yeah, that was good. Like, hey, how come we never kiss anymore?
Oh. Just see how far they're willing to go. Yeah, see if they're willing to do an incest role play with my fake brother and I.
I think the real trick is, like, you know, it's like you're just like, you're seeing how long it takes them to figure out that you're onto them.
Right, exactly.
That's the goal. It's like you want to keep talking to them and have it last as long as possible while getting progressively more and more bizarre.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you want them to think that you are utterly unhinged before they realize what's going on. But you do want them to eventually realize it.
I've done that before.
That's fun.
With people. Where somebody like reaches out to me, and then it's clear that their intentions are malicious, and I just start fucking with them and just start trying to see, like, how fucked up are you? I'm going to pretend that I agree with you and like what you're saying. Let's see what happens from here. You know.
That's fun.
Yeah, of course. I've got the under mattress bondage stuff. I've got that kit. Fucking do you wanna do it at my place or your place?
And hey, look, you know, worst case scenario, you know, you meet a special new lady.
Yeah, that's how I figure. You know, somebody's really open minded, so that when I say, yeah, I've always like kind of dreamed about what it would taste like to cook and eat my toe. I'm big on that Cannibal Cafe stuff.
Yeah, no, people keep texting me saying that they want to tie me up, and I keep saying yes as a joke, as a hilarious joke.
I'm just trying to see how weird I can get it before they realize that I'm onto them.
Yeah, it's like get into like a fucking 3-year sexual relationship before they realize that I've been faking enjoying being pegged. Just I've hated this the whole time. Joke's on you.
I'm picturing myself in the middle of like hardcore fucking a guy and just going. He has no idea.
He has no idea I'm having an awful time. Like, well, you're erect, sure, but that's because of the thrill of the deception.
Right, exactly.
It's about time to get into questions.
Welcome, everybody, to Life in the World to Come. It is so hot in this room.
It's pretty hot.
It's so hot in this room. The air conditioner in my house is broken.
It could be worse, I would say. All right, this is a good question for this hot room. Hey, Chris and Wee.
Hey, fuck you.
He called you a little penis.
Is that what he called me?
I don't know, maybe.
I thought he called me a bad gaming console.
No, it's WEE.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Don't you dare call me a fucking Wii.
Hello, Chris and William. How will the climate be in the world to come? Will there be new and exciting kinds of weather? What will a meteorologist's job be in the future? Will forecasts mean anything?
First of all, thanks for asking. Second, purple.
It's going to be purple out. And if you give me like 8 seconds, I'll figure out what the fuck that means.
It's like, you don't have to figure out what it means. You know what it means. What does it mean? Tell me.
It's going to be you're going to be
It's been more than 8 seconds. You failed.
No, there's something here.
No, it's I know there is. It's going to be purple out.
It's going to be purple out.
You know, and you don't want that.
No,
because it sucks when it's purple out.
No, it's just purple.
Right?
you can't see
you
anything.
Don't leave the house when it's purple out.
You're gonna be dead asleep, and so everything's gonna be black, and then you open your eyes and it's just purple, and you're functionally blind until the weather changes.
Listen. If it gets purple out, you're gonna want to head indoors because all of a sudden it gets purple for a second and nobody can drive anymore. Right. You know, because everything's purple.
Everything's purple and you can't see. You just see purple.
Yeah. You get up in the morning, you open up the blinds, it's purple out. Oh, fuck. There goes my plans for the day. It's purple out. And there's going to be some people who think they're all poetic by being like, oh, I just love when it's purple out. It's so cleansing.
Dance in the purple.
What? Come out with me and we'll splash in the puddles and dance in the purple. And I go, you're not Zoe Deschanel.
No.
And I don't like you.
And you're gonna wander out there and you're gonna fall into a big hole because you can't see.
Right.
Now you're trapped in a hole.
And you're gonna get eaten by the purple because the purple's hungry too.
The purple hungers. The purple hungers and it craves flesh.
A purple is a sentient weather.
Yeah.
And it needs to eat. And look, can you go around walking in the purple? Sure, it's not automatically going to eat you, but if it finds you, it sees you.
You ever see, or if not seen, basically get the gist of M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening?
I imagine, I get the sense it's about a mist that people disappear in.
Yeah, it's like that, but instead of it being like plants or whatever it was, it's purple.
Right. You know? Exactly. It's purple.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can go out and dance in the purple if you want to be all twee about it. But you're running a risk every time because if the purple notices that you're in it, it's going to eat you. That's going to be something you're going to want to watch out for.
Yeah. something about blood being red but purple, but my brain is trapped in a loop.
What's happening?
it's so close to like finding a joke, but it can't quite there. Like the code that I wrote in my brain contains a for loop, but I've structured that for loop poorly, and so it just keeps running over and over and over again and never gets to the end of the code.
Oh God!
You know? There's something about blood being red and purple. But
there's something like you're missing a part of the equation,
right?
Yeah. Does this help? Blue.
No.
Fuck.
Wait, maybe.
You got this.
No. The loop has just been made more complicated. There's just more variables in it now. It's.
Streamline it.
Okay.
Red plus blue equals purple. That's a very simple code. Where are you getting from there? Blood is red. What's blue? The sky
pain.
when it's not purple out.
That's true. That's the thing.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, we did it. What's the thing?
Well, it's not going to be any good, but like
Fuck.
what the thing is.
Okay.
Is that's why the sky turns purple. Is because you know, you think like you imagine like in the end of times, like the sky turning blood red. But the thing is, the sky's already blue.
Right.
So like when God basically he's trying to make like a scary blood red sky, but he forgot that he already made the sky blue, so it just blurs into purple, and like his meaning is entirely lost.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's suddenly very unclear what he's trying to say.
As a matter of fact, it's actually kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
It's kind of adorable.
It's really nice, actually.
Now this is when it's not purple out.
Right.
You know, the sky is purple all day, every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when it's purple out, don't go out. It's two different things. It being purple and the sky being purple, it's linguistically strange, but people are just going to say it's purple out. Don't go outside.
There's too much blood, and it's basically it's you know through the the standard workings of the rain cycle has been drawn up into the sky. And if there's just been too much murder going on, it's going to be purple.
Yeah.
It's going to be purple.
It's going to be like really, really foggy, except you won't be able to see anything at all.
Right.
Because that's how much blood there is.
Right. It's just going to look like, remember on Sesame Street when they would just show you what the colors are, and it's just like the screen is just purple? That's your vision.
I'm picturing it more like Face.
Okay.
From Nick Jr. Do you remember Face? He was a face.
He
would show up as an interstitial.
There's a single neuron in my brain firing right now. That's like that. There is somewhere in the hard drive there is a file titled "The Face" from Nick Jr.
His name was Face.
It's encrypted. I can't unlock it.
He would say, "Hi there, Face here." And then he'd say something. I don't remember what. Something about staying off drugs or.
You gotta tell the fucking Nick Jr. kids that.
Yeah, someone
you gotta
like,
get these 3 and 4 year olds. Make sure they're not doing heroin.
Maybe don't touch the chemicals under the sink.
Right. That's again weird.
Make sure
vibe.
you pull back your foreskin and wash it underneath when you're in the shower. I don't know. What else do children need to be taught?
Imagine this weird fucking face being like, "Hey kids, don't go under the sink. There's all kinds of stuff in there you shouldn't be putting in your mouth." And
Up next is Little Bill.
They hadn't even thought of putting that shit into their mouth until you put it in their heads. The face.
Well, that's what I was picturing.
You.
Is Face would just be a face. He'd just be a smiley face on a color background.
Right.
And I think he was at times purple.
Oh yeah, I remember Face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I can understand if you don't remember what Face looks like. Just hearing about a character called Face who talks to the children.
I'm imagining. What I'm imagining is like a piece of purple latex with a face pressed through it. No, he's just like a cartoon smiley face on a purple background.
Yeah, no, it's what you were picturing was horrifying.
Right. I was thinking of something demonic.
No, what
I was thinking in a best case scenario, like a fucked up claymation thing, where it's just
Yeah. He'd say, "Hi, kids, Face here." Fucking wipe your butt, up next is Little Bill.
The thing
we
I
love
was
Bill Cosby, and
was way on the other side of the uncanny valley.
This guy
all the way across the uncanny valley, right at the foot of the mountain.
This guy was fine. He was good.
Yeah.
He was.
He was just a little fake. He was just 2 eyes and a mouth.
But he won't be in the world to come.
No.
He will be the purple.
Yeah, exactly.
When
you're gonna open your eyes, and he'll be like, "It's time for Little Bill." You're just like.
And then
you want to watch Bill Cosby's children's show?
That's when you're fucked. Is when it's purple out because the face is here. Because the thing about the purple is it's very purple.
Right.
You don't go out into it, and the real reason why is because the purple is a hungry sentient mist of blood. That whose consciousness he eats you. Right?
Right.
He's got a mouth. He can see you. He's got eyes. He's Face. He's the face.
Right.
And so this is weather in the world to come. Is Nick Jr.'s the face will spread across the wastelands, and if he sees you, he will force you to encounter Little Bill.
Right.
And you don't want
You're just going to imagine opening up your eyes and it's just the face. And he's showing you again the show Bill Cosby made for children.
Yep. Yeah. Some days you get lucky and it's a little bear, and all you have to do is run from a bear.
Right.
Other days you get really unlucky,
he's
and
not
it's
showing
Bill Cosby.
you the TV show. It's like
this is the world to come.
There's literally he's showing you Little Bill, which is a fucked up mutated Bill Cosby, I guess.
Yeah.
He's 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he's coming to eat you or something.
Well, yeah. These.
I didn't want to say coming to get you because.
I kept
it's Bill Cosby.
Right. Well, that's the thing that keeps making me uncomfortable. Is I thought it would be funny to say that it was Little Bill, and then I was like, but why is that funny? Because it's Bill Cosby, and that's horrible.
Right.
And that's not funny. And so I'm just like, what's funny horrible? What was on Nick Jr.?
I don't know. We named
Franklin. Watch out for it. Oh, of course. JJ the Jet Plane.
JJ the Jet Plane.
We gotta watch out.
We come full circle all the way back to the fucking beginning of the podcast.
What was that? Like the second or third episode?
No, it was probably. I think it was probably less than 10.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, we peaked early.
Yeah.
So that's another form of weather that you're going to watch out for is JJ the jet plane. Yep, that's going to be weather in the world to come. I'm just calling things weather now. It's not
yeah, it's just things that are decidedly. Yeah, the worst weather is going to be that guy with a gun who keeps fucking breaking into your house in the dead of night and trying to steal your shit. It's my least favorite type of weather is fucking.
Hey, we're gonna stay in today. It's that guy outside, and there's the guy's outside, and the meteorologist. No, of course he didn't help you.
No,
that's the guy outside.
It's the meteorologist.
Yeah,
a meteorologist is just a guy with a knife outside your window screaming, "I'm gonna fucking get you! I'm coming!
I'm the weather!
I'm the weather now!
I am the oncoming storm!" And then he kicks in your door.
Yeah, the weather you're gonna have to watch out for is the oncoming storm.
A horribly disfigured meteorologist from the before times who wanders the wastes looking for victims so that he can make it rain blood.
Just banging on people's windows with a Bowie knife.
He's so far gone in his lack of sanity and so obsessed with how he was underappreciated in his life and always being told, "Oh, you got it wrong again. The meteorologists never have it right," and he's bitter and he's angry, and so he becomes the storm. He will make it rain.
Time to take matters into his own hands.
I'm saying it's raining tonight. And guess what? 100% Doppler radar accuracy. Now it's time for the real AccuWeather forecast.
7 p.m. tonight. 100% chance of you getting your fucking guts taken out. Fucking 100% chance of me feasting on your pancreas.
Yeah! Fuck yeah! I love this guy. I fucking love this weather, man. Oh, this weather we're having.
The weatherman.
The weatherman. That's the weather, is the weatherman. And that's also the meteorologist. And he's coming for you. And he's going to get you. Forget what we said about face. That was not a very good bit, at least on my end. I didn't like that one very much at all. But weatherman, I like him a lot. I like the weatherman. The other stuff about the purple, that's fine.
yeah.
Purple's good.
Maybe if it turns out to be funny.
Anything that let's say that nobody mentioned Bill Cosby.
This answer contradicted itself like 4 times over the course of us answering it.
The funny thing is,
like, we redecided what the purple is like 4 times.
Yeah, I think it's funny how, like, you know, we've totally, like, always been clear that there is no canon. It doesn't matter what we've established in past episodes. It's about what's happening in the bit right now. But we've now atomized that, and we've turned it into a principle of within the bit itself.
Yeah,
we will not.
There is no canon ever.
There is no reality in the world we're constructing here.
Right.
And
it's just the nature of it.
Or it's just poor improv. Because yes and means I have to keep track of what we're talking about because that's what the yes is for.
Is there, like, some kind of, like, like fluctuations in, like, quantum reality where, like, multiple contradicting truths can all be happening at the same time within this space? That's entirely possible.
Yes.
Is it possible that the first 2 ideas we came up with weren't that funny? It's all a matter of how you choose to look at it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
It's perspective.
Chris and I, when we're looking into the future and trying to extract as much truth from it as possible, we often have to survey the many different potential eventualities.
Right.
And so as we're telling you the answers to your questions, sometimes we, see multiple realities.
Right, exactly. That's the thing about seeing the future, is that you don't just see one outcome.
Right.
You see every outcome.
Right.
And figuring out which outcome we're talking about is on you.
Right.
That's not our responsibility.
Exactly. Let's I want to talk more about the weatherman.
Okay.
I want to flesh out this character a bit because I want people to be aware of the weatherman. We are the weathermen today, warning you about the weatherman of the future.
Well, I think the first and arguably most important question is pants or no pants?
None.
Exactly.
Absolutely no pants.
That was a dumb question because I
Yeah.
already knew the answer.
Yeah,
to it.
no pants, dick
Right,
out,
exactly.
dick out, balls out, real low hanging fruit too.
Right.
And I mean that both in terms of like, you know, low hanging penis and balls, and also super easy joke.
Right.
So low hanging fruit on that one.
He's front up, fucking a immaculate weatherman's suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, jacket and tie. It's the
tie.
one thing that he's been able to preserve over the years
Yeah.
because he's a weatherman. God damn it.
That's his fucking vocation, and that's the whole point. Is because he cares about his job and he cares about getting it right. And
Yeah.
he cares so deeply about getting it right that he's basically changed what his definition of the weather is.
Yes. Yeah.
To him, the weather is just events that he causes. you know.
And is inspired by his understanding of the weather around him that
Yeah.
he might predict as well.
He's an artist.
Exactly. And the reason he goes pantsless is because that's part of his artistic tool set.
Right.
Is that, he looks down at his low-hanging fruit, and depending on how low it's hanging, it's there's a cold front coming in. I can tell by looking.
Right.
That's how he does that.
Yeah, don't got radars no more.
No,
You want to
uses
see what the weather
shrinkage.
is, you have to how my balls doing? Oh, it's humid today. I wonder if that means it's gonna rain. I have no idea. Time to stab people.
We've got one question.
Got one question. Let's get another.
Let's
one.
answer another question.
Hey boys, will there be any fun new ways to spread misinformation?
Cool.
Yeah.
Of course there will be. There's always new ways to lie.
Mm-hmm. If you ever see a crow, shoot it down.
Uh-huh.
Take fucking and you take the scroll from its claw.
Uh-huh.
And you write I have a tiny itty bitty little dick on it, and then I guess you use necromancy to bring the crow back to life. I'm just kind of spitballing here.
You put the scroll back in the crow's claw and you just chuck it.
You just throw it as hard as you can. Because truth be told, the crow is already dead. That's how it got to where it is now.
Somebody threw it at you.
Yeah, somebody threw it across the sky.
That's
going to
be the main
dead crows hurtling through the air most of the time. And they don't get that much height because they're getting thrown by dudes, so you can just kind of reach up and grab them.
And that's going to be how misinformation spreads most effectively,
Right.
is by people hucking dead crows at each other.
Right, and you can use that to spread lies about your enemies or as a little snack.
That's true. You could eat that crow.
You could eat that crow.
Don't trust what you read on the crow's scroll, because usually it's some bullshit. They're trying to sell you something.
There's usually
They're trying to make you believe something, for political reasons or for,
Most
financial
of the
reasons.
scrolls are just ads for Gaia TV. I've been getting a lot of ads for Gaia TV.
Wow. I wonder what these ad bots think that you
I
think.
don't know. You know what's fucking insane about it?
What?
They started popping up because I was watching a lot of like Brian Cox videos.
I don't know who that is.
He's like a public intellectual. He's a physicist.
Okay.
He's that one he's like 55 now, but he's that one physicist with the very boyish face. Some people will know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like been on TV
Chris,
and stuff.
You just said to me, he's that one physicist. ... As if out of all the physicists whose content I consume.
Right. But I'm like hearing him talk about like a lot of fact-based stuff about but like the thing is that like all the videos of the clips have like who's that one artist you like with the fucking trippy shit?
Alex Gray.
Yeah, it's always like Alex Gray photos in the background and shit.
Well, it's because
And,
hippies use fucking the uncertainty of fucking quantum physics to tell you that the world is made up and nothing is real, and therefore you're God.
Yeah.
Which is true, but still.
Honestly, a lot of but like the thing is, it's so because again these are like science videos,
Right.
And like before they play, it's like a Gaia TV ad. It's like we found out like if you sing to water, then it will cure your cancer. Scientists agree. Anyway, here's real physics.
I also like scientists agree because two of them, scientists agree.
Yeah, all 7 of the scientists who you paid to agree agreed.
Yeah.
But they honestly kind of make me want to get Gaia TV because it's just like water, like the power of sound waves. And I'm like, this is definitely not true, but I kind of want to hear what they have to say.
Yeah, the problem with Gaia TV is I get the sense that there is some actual science in there, but that it's extrapolated to the point of pseudoscience. And the next thing you know, you're just watching Rhonda Byrne's The Secret and believing it.
Right. Yeah.
And like, I watched The Secret once on mushrooms, and it finally made sense to me.
You know, I think
and now I live in a mansion.
Yeah, now your life's great.
Oh, what? Do you think that I'm not thinking about wanting things all the time? Hey, Rhonda, where's my fucking Bugatti? I've been telling the universe I want a nicer car.
I've spent so much time thinking about a PS5 over the last few years.
Dude.
And one is yet to fall in my lap.
Yeah. So what the fuck, Rhonda? Where's my penis?
It's just like, you know, I spend so much time, you know, I put a picture of a PS5 up on a corkboard. You know, I look at it every day and I say, one day I'm going to get a PS5. And, you know, I just kept saving my money. And like, once I had enough, I bought a PS5. And that means that manifestation's real.
Right. That means, that means that the universe said, your wish is my command, master.
Right.
And bestowed upon you a PS5 through inexplicable quantum magic. Turns out, if you really, really want something, you're more likely to get it.
Yeah.
You know, more
That's
likely
what it boils
to.
down to, yeah.
And
I mean,
also,
the thing is, I think it's helpful to like visualize your goals and
Sure.
like think about what you want. But then like the toxic part is then being like, and if you do, the universe will give it to you.
no.
And there's just like homeless people being like,
that's
like,
that's the really toxic part. That's the really toxic part. Is the fact that they tell you that people get cancer, though.
Right.
That people still get cancer.
Right. Because they didn't do it.
Yeah. You know who doesn't get cancer? People who don't buy it.
Like, right.
People who know better than to let the universe give them
Do
cancer.
you have cancer? Well, you must have not wanted it bad enough. like you did not want cancer enough.
Right. That's like the fucked
and hey,
up
believe
thing.
me, if I get cancer, that won't be why.
Right. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time. I feel like, if anything, it's more likely to. I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like the amount of time I spend thinking about how badly I don't want cancer is giving me cancer.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's like one of the secret books, because you know there are plenty.
Right. Yeah.
Because the secret is very complicated. There's a lot to know.
I have another secret. That's my favorite thing. Like with the guy who, you know the 4 agreements.
No.
The premise of the 4 agreements is it's basically just your kind of run-of-the-mill self-help book. It's kind of a little toxic because it basically the main takeaway for a lot of it is that like anytime someone is like upset with you, it's just their own shit, and you just have to acknowledge that they're going through their own shit and that it doesn't have anything to do with you, which is true sometimes, but not all the time.
No, sometimes you're like, being a piece of shit.
Being a dick.
Yeah.
But like the point is that like that's the advice they're giving, but like the framing device of the 4 agreements is that it's like this ancient Mayan wisdom that was like lost to the ages, but the guy who wrote the book, like it came to him in like a dream, and like it's this whole thing. And they gave him like the 4 agreements, and that was this big thing. But then his son wanted to write a book, and so he's like, actually, guess what? There's 4 more agreements. It's like I had a second dream, and my son did. My son had another dream about the Mayans, and now he has a book.
So what? How does this relate back to the question, though?
The secret.
No. I don't know if that
related.
What was the question?
I'm trying to remember. I truly have no idea, actually. Funny new ways to spread misinformation.
Oh, well,
it was the crows.
Relevant.
It was the crows.
The
right?
crows, yes.
It was the crows are going to have ads for Gaia TV, and then we just started talking about Gaia TV and went off on a thing.
Self-help crows will be a source of a lot of misinformation and toxic bullshit.
Right.
I have to pee so bad, and it's so hot in here.
You want to take a break, take a quick piss, and then record the rest of the podcast on our phones in the room that has air conditioning?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
So badly.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right.
Be right back.
I'm peeing. Bye.
The audio quality is about to change. Recording. All right, everybody, we're back.
We're back, baby.
We've sacrificed audio quality for like 3 degrees of heat.
It makes a difference.
It does, actually. It is cooler in here.
I'm right in front of an air conditioner right now.
Yeah.
Hey, let's answer a question.
Let's answer a question.
I stepped on a
I
piece
thought I
of
just saw one right
apple
now.
skin on the ground.
Did it?
Fucking.
Let's see. Okay. Oh fuck! God damn it!
What?
I had the question pulled up, but then Discord reloaded and fucking took me away from it.
We're gonna say hi to Bert.
You know what? I remember the essence of what it was. It
Okay.
was, hey, Chris and Will, today is my birthday. How are people? What kind of stuff are people gonna celebrate in the world to come?
Being alive another day, man.
Being alive another day.
And
every day is your birthday.
Yeah.
You know?
Because every day you're gonna be reborn.
Yeah, and also the sun doesn't set anymore.
Right.
So it may as well be.
Right. It's been your birthday the whole time.
You know, and it's, you know, if anything, birthday is a state of mind.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's going to be a really important kind of coping strategy in the world to come.
Right.
You just gotta like look. You know, well, look, my feet are gone. You know, I'm bleeding most of the time.
Right.
My head just kind of hurts.
Yeah.
But the fucking clouds are there. They have me in their goddamn sights. Mm-hmm. And they're throwing things at me.
Rocks and
But at least it's my birthday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's an important way to try and like that's a good sense to try and cultivate in the world to come. Is learn to be grateful for the fact that you're alive.
Exactly. Wake up every morning and think to yourself, this is my special day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Because how else are you ever going to seize the day? How else are you ever going to live with any amount of comfort? Life is going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fucking hard.
At a certain level, things are going to be dire enough that self-mythologizing is going to be necessary.
Yeah.
You know, you need to make the decision that you're a special little boy who deserves cake and a treat and a little hat to wear.
As a matter of fact, to you, our listeners, we highly recommend just telling people it's your birthday every day.
Yeah.
Just telling them. Mm-hmm. Every new person you meet or every person who hasn't seen you in a while and could maybe be convinced it's your birthday, tell them it's your birthday. That way they'll feel obligated to treat you better.
Right.
And because they'll feel obligated to treat you better, you'll have a slightly nicer day than you might otherwise have.
Maybe
they might skip killing you that day.
Maybe they'll give you presents.
They might.
You know?
Yeah.
You just tell someone it's your birthday and hold them at gunpoint and maybe they'll give you presents.
Yeah.
You know?
But watch out for the birthday king. Because if you lie to him about it being your birthday, he'll know. Mm-hmm. And he will punish you.
And that's the thing, you got to be real careful. You know?
The birthday king walks around among us in disguise.
You're gonna be walking around. You're gonna sneak up behind someone, press your fucking pistol against the back of their skull, and be like, "It's my fucking birthday. What you got for me? Got any presents?" And he's gonna turn around, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, it's the birthday king. We all recognize him. He's very famous."
From behind, he just looked like another settler, another lone wanderer, perhaps a raider on his darkest of days.
Yes,
he's wearing some suit of makeshift armor. He's covered in leather and chainmail. He just looks like a regular guy. He whips around. No,
he's
got the signature birthday king tattoo on his forehead.
That says
a little
birthday
crown
king.
That says birthday king on it.
You can tell he's the birthday king because it says that on his head.
Yeah. He's got a tattoo of a crown that says birthday king on it on his head. Also, he's wearing a crown that says birthday king on it. Mm-hmm. Also, he says, "I'm the birthday king. Look at my crown."
You know, and you're in like a warehouse and it's a dark warehouse and the only light in that warehouse is the candle on the cupcake that he's holding. And as you turn around and make eye contact, he just gives you a sinister smile and blows it out. And that's the last thing you ever see.
Unless you make a wish.
You gotta make a wish
before he blows the candle out. And you don't tell anybody that wish.
Right.
But if you can make the wish before the birthday king blows out the candle, he may spare you.
Because the point is, like, you gotta make the wish before he does,
Right.
Because his wish is always the same.
His wish is
It's your pancreas in his tummy. People are gonna love eating pancreases. I don't know what they are or what they do, but people are gonna be nuts for
they
them.
regulate blood sugar.
Yeah, they're delicious. Also, is
Yeah.
the thing a
Well,
lot of
'cause
people
they're
don't
full of
talk
blood
about.
sugar.
They're full of sugary blood.
They're delicious. And that's the birthday king's special treat.
Yeah.
That's his birthday cake. Is your pancreas.
The cupcake is he doesn't even like cupcakes.
No.
He wants that's his birthday wish.
Right. That's
You know?
that's just the dark magic he uses to kill you and extract your pancreas.
Yes, exactly.
Is blowing out his cupcake candle and making a wish that your pancreas will erupt from your body and land in his mouth.
Right.
And it works.
It works every time.
It's a terrifying dark magic that even Chris and I don't understand yet.
Yeah, no.
But it is a real danger. And so that's what you got to watch out for, is never lie to the birthday king, whether or not it's your birthday. But if it is your birthday and you visit the birthday king, he will bless you with the wish instead. Mm-hmm. His wish will not be to eat your pancreas. It will be to give you a kiss on the mouth.
I was circling around that in my head too. I was gonna be like, can I do better than that? But I ran out of time, I guess. He's gonna give you a sweet kiss, and he's so good at it. He's such a good kisser.
Yeah, he knows exactly what to do.
It's a shame that he loves eating pancreases so much, because he's such a good kisser, and it's really a waste.
You know what's the worst thing in the world?
What?
Is when you kiss somebody for the first time and you just don't know their style yet.
Right.
I hate that. I hate it. It's
Right.
just like,
Having
I
to
don't understand.
figure it out. Yeah.
How do I make my mouth do the right thing for what their mouth is doing?
Like, what do you want my mouth to be doing right now? And how can I infer that information based on what your mouth is doing?
Yeah.
And also, how much of what your mouth is doing is based off what my mouth is doing and you trying to do the same thing to me?
Right.
So now we just, exist in a terrible equilibrium where neither of us like this kiss. It's like...
Because what you never want to do is just assert what you want to do with your kiss.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be like, oh, I am a good kisser. I will
Right.
kiss the way I kiss. No, there's no such thing as a good kisser. There's just somebody who knows how to adjust to your kiss.
Right,
well,
exactly.
Which I guess is still a good kisser.
I guess that's what being a good kisser is, yeah.
But also, some people are hard to adjust. Oh shit, I'm a bad kisser.
I don't know. I haven't heard any complaints about me kissing, but
Yeah.
I also I very intentionally have not asked. So
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that's one of the things you don't tell people.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so, which is really a shame because it only allows bad kissers to persist in their bad ways.
Exactly. I guess the only way to truly know whether or not you're a bad kisser is if you find God, everyone is just so bad at kissing. If that's your observation, then
Right.
maybe
If you smell shit everywhere you go, it's time to check the bottom of your shoe.
Right.
Yeah. It's like...
But
the birthday king
But the birthday king
is a great kisser.
He's an incredible kisser. He's an incredibly generous lover.
That too.
He's
And if you meet him on your birthday and you tell him it's your birthday and you're not lying, he'll kiss you. And then you'll see where it goes.
It's about respect,
Yeah.
It's about respect because you might be the birthday boy, but this is the birthday king, and you gotta fucking bend the knee,
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is he's the birthday king because it actually is always his birthday. He is eons old. The time that he exists in, his relative time, is so fast that it's his birthday every single day.
Yes.
Don't ask me how to explain that. How to explain that? Shut up.
Well, he's immortal, but he ages a year every day.
Yes.
So he's just kind of a disgusting, wrinkled, old, not even really a man anymore.
No.
Just kind of like a creature, a thing who's so good at kissing. He has a 1,000-year-old body, and he kisses.
Birthday to you. Come on over here and let me give you your birthday present. Come here. Come on. What's that? It's your birthday? make a wish.
And then and then the best kiss you've ever had.
Yeah.
It's just, and he fucking blows your fucking socks off.
Hey, come on, let me taste it.
It's just like, he's gross. He's fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah, well,
but
because
he's so good at kissing.
Because he kisses anybody whose birthday it is.
Right.
And it's somebody's birthday every day.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that, look, it's not that he runs into everybody whose birthday it is every day.
Right.
But most days. Because he constantly wanders the wastes looking for birthday boys.
Right.
and because he's the king of birthdays,
Yeah.
he knows whether or not it's your birthday. So he uses his birthday-seeking abilities, his ability to tell whose birthday it is, to find sexual partners every day.
Right.
He's been doing this for thousands of years.
Practice makes perfect.
Right.
You know?
The reason he's such a good kisser is because he's so ceaselessly horny,
right?
That he needs to kiss constantly.
Here's the interesting thing for him is that every day is a year. So from his perspective, he's only kissing once a year.
That's
but
true.
He's lived for like tens of thousands of years.
Right.
So like cumulatively, he's gotten a lot of experience.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gaps in between the kisses, which is why he wants them so bad.
Right. He's desperate for another kiss.
Right.
Because he's been lonely for a year since yesterday.
Yeah.
It's been a year since he's felt the touch of a lover since yesterday.
Of a beautiful birthday boy.
And so he's very passionate. But he's also riddled with diseases. And so,
Right.
You know, you want to wrap it up before you kiss.
botulism and shit.
I was going to say like STDs, but yeah.
Old-timey diseases.
Right. He's
like
got
stuff you would have died of in the Old West.
He's got TB.
Right.
He's got back mice.
Right. He's got like weird stuff that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's just like he's got fucking lizard jaw. Just like
he's got the rotten wink.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
He's got old club nostril.
He's got crotch rot. He's like
he's got runner's knee just came to mind. That is a thing that just
that's a real
happens.
thing, but he does have it. Yeah.
He also has a trick knee.
He has a trick knee and a runner's knee.
And don't get the two confused. One of them's for running and the other one's for playing tricks.
I know what you're thinking. Are all these diseases contagious? Yes, they are. They're incredibly contagious.
And if you kiss the birthday king, there's a very good chance that you yourself will get runner's knee and trick knee.
Well, because that's the thing. That's why the birthday king lives so long, is because he steals all your future birthdays. He takes your life, and then all those birthdays belong to him.
Right, exactly. And that's and you know, that's and you'd think like, well, then you'd think he would be looking for victims. You'd think he'd be looking for people who lie about their birthday.
Yeah, but he's been alive from his perspective, tens of thousands of years. He's bored with the whole situation. He's in it for the love of the game.
Right, I guess.
The game being kissing birthday boys.
I picture him with like a bunch of candles on his head. I picture he's got a crown and then he's got like 10,000 candles on his head, one for each birthday, and they're always lit.
Right.
And
then he kisses you, and you get botulism, and and a candle just emerges from the center of the crown, just like
right, because that's what I said earlier was that if you make a wish and it's not your birthday, he'll kill you. If it's your birthday, he'll kill you too, just not intentionally.
Yeah.
The kiss will be really good, but you will die inevitably from whatever
the
disease.
botulism.
From the botulism, from the crotch rot, from the old club nose, from whatever other fucking dumbass thing I said. You know, he's dangerous. Watch out for the birthday king, whether or not it's your birthday.
Whether or not.
But
But
if you can resist the temptation to kiss the birthday king, you may yet get your wish.
Ooh.
As long as you resist the temptation. You know, that's the only thing. If you can make your wish before he blows out his candle and then resist the urge to kiss this incredibly tempting man,
right.
then
baby, you can fly.
And it's not going to be easy, you know?
No.
He's going to be staring at you with his one good eye.
Because the other one, he's got the rotten wink in.
He's got a fucking club retina. And then
he's got a cleft cornea.
He's gonna be looking at you with his one good eye, and he's gonna speak
His
to
one
you.
decent eye.
His one barely functional eye, and speak to you through his mouth, which only has at most one tooth.
At most.
And you're gonna be like, I gotta kiss this guy, but I mustn't.
Yeah.
I mustn't kiss him, no matter how badly I want to.
And if you resist that urge, you will be blessed not only with another birthday, because you'll get to live to see another day, but also with the ability to fly.
It's true.
Or whatever else you wish for.
Right.
As long as you blow out the candle first and do not kiss the birthday king.
And you know what the fucking hack is? You know what the secret?
What?
You wish for a consequence-free kiss from the birthday king. You get all the benefits, none of the consequences.
That's right, baby. That's a little tip from us to you.
I mean, look,
that's a
given
big
the
tip,
choice
honestly.
between flying and a kiss from the birthday king,
You're going to want the kiss.
you're going to want the kiss.
He's a really good
He's
kisser.
unbelievably good kisser.
He never fumbles to figure out what your mouth wants.
No, he just knows intuitively because
Yeah.
of his tens of thousands of years of experience.
Yeah, that's not the dark magic. The dark magic is irrelevant to that.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, the dark magic
He
is
just
other
has
shit.
so much practice.
He's just a really good kisser naturally from
he's
kissing
just a
so
really
many
good
people.
kissing.
Yeah.
He was already pretty good at it before he had all the experience.
Yeah, he's already just like kind of an intuitive lover.
Right, yeah.
And then he was one for tens of thousands of years.
Yeah.
That is the answer to your question. Which was, how will we celebrate in the world to come? And that is, be cautious of the birthday king.
Do not seek out the birthday king. But if the birthday king is upon you, you know what to do.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, anyway, live each day like it's your last. Carpe diem. You know?
The big takeaway is that it's your special day.
Make it your special day.
And you should act accordingly.
Make it your special day. Exactly. Because celebrations, as they are traditionally today, they're not going to be around.
You got to find your own stuff to celebrate.
Your own holidays.
Yeah.
Your own victories. Your own birthday.
Yeah.
We're really good at this.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to Life in the World to Come.
It's been a real pleasure.
It's been a good one, I think.
Ad break?
Ad break. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can find us at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. You can buy our merch at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com.
If you have a question, you can ask it via lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com or via our Discord server, which is available somewhere.
And our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayer.
We want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this video. This video is brought to you by Brazzers.
This video is brought to you by fucking porn, dude.
Log on to porn.
Fucking just straight up fucking videos of people fucking.
Enter the code.
They're not even paying us. We just
Life in
love
the
the
World to
stuff
Come.
and we're promoting it.
on porn.
You guys heard about porn? It's fucking sick.
Ugh. Good night, everybody.
Good night.